All right. So let's begin seated tall and straight. Close the eyes. Bring the attention inward. Before creation, what existed? God was always there in the midst of it all, and will still be there even beyond the ends of this universe. Merge with that supreme divine consciousness now. We'll begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine you are everywhere. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. May the Lord bestow upon us the fruits of knowledge, and may we always have a strong desire for that knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other, only peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So just start off with some breathing just to stimulate, just to prepare us for the practice. Start off with Kapalabhati. So imagine that you're just throwing the belly button against the front of the spine really hard. Just really forceful pushing the belly button against the front of the spine to generate some heat there and to also to stimulate the Manipura chakra. Okay, so keep the body nice and erect and still. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, empty out completely the lungs. Inhale part way and begin.
Susie, are you going to shower?
And breathe out completely. Hold the breath. Attention to the space between the eyebrows. Jalandhara Bandha, Mula Bandha. And slowly exhale. Nice, slow, steady stream out. No big explosion out of the body. From the solar plexus, inhale up to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Follow the breath. Inhale again from the solar plexus up to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. One more breath retention. Kumbhaka. Inhale, fill up the lungs. Right up to the top of the chest. Inflate the lungs, raise the chest, and then hold the breath. Chin on the chest. Contract the root muscles, pull them up towards the navel. Tongue to the roof of the mouth, behind the teeth. Always the attention at this space between the eyebrows. Try to keep the attention there to attract all the prana there. And exhale slowly. Resume normal breathing for a couple cycles. So next we're going to do alternative nostril breathing, Kapalabhati. So don't think too much about it, you'll get messed up. So what you're doing is, so you're you're starting off by emptying the lungs completely, then blocking off the right nostril, inhale through the left, exhale through the right, and then inhale right away, and then close the right, exhale through the left. So it's forceful. Okay, so we'll start slow and then build as you feel comfortable. You can just maintain the same speed if you like, or you can speed up if you feel comfortable to do that. Okay, so let's start off. Left hand is always in Yana Mudra on the left knee. Sit up tall and straight. Empty out the lungs completely. Then close off the right nostril with the right thumb. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale left, right, inhale, left, right, exhale left, inhale left, exhale right, inhale right, exhale left, and continue on your own. Really work the diaphragm. The inhale almost feels like a recoil. Next time you breathe out, next you conclude on the next exhale out through the right. And then inhale.
Use that word.
Hold the breath. All the attention to this eyebrows.
And especially clear
Those kids, their nose is red.
all the time. And I think there must be more story, but
Yeah.
I think that's what she's telling me. So I
Let's
said,
see what else she says.
I said it could be allergies when it's clear and it runs down like that.
Yeah.
If she's eating and playing and doing well, then,
Yeah.
like they've been giving her treatments.
The baby's only.
And exhale through the right side slowly. From the solar plexus, inhale up to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Again, inhale from the solar plexus up to the space between the eyebrows. Back down to the solar plexus. Good. One more inhale. Hold the breath again. Plug both sides of the nose. Throat lock, root lock, third eye attention. Everything stops. All the mind fluctuations, the body movements, and even the emotions are as though they were frozen. Keep holding the breath if you can. Exhale slowly through the right, evenly and steadily. And release. So I apologize. I realize that I breathed out. I cued you to breathe out through the right. I should have done it through the left. So I apologize for that mistake. But, okay, so now we'll do Ujjayi breathing, victorious breathing. So start off by just inhaling, so you concentrate the breath between just a little bit below the belly button and the top of the chest. So you're breathing in and out audibly through the mouth, making an ocean sound. Exhale. Inhale, inflate the lungs. Exhale, completely deflate. Push the belly button towards the front of the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Now part way through the next inhale, close the mouth but keep the sound going. Exhale. So you're still making that ocean sound as you're breathing through that partially constricted throat. Inhale. Exhale. Continue. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the heat building inside. Inhale. Exhale. You should feel a little bit of stimulation in the back of the throat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale completely, then inhale. Fill up the whole chest, right up to the top of the chest. Raise the chest, then kumbhaka. Hold the breath. Chin on the chest. Contract the root muscles, pull them up towards the navel. Attention always at the space between the eyebrows. Tongue to the roof of the mouth behind the teeth. Now keep holding your breath, but see if you can let in a little bit more air through the neck. Inhale a little bit more fully. Keep holding the breath. Again, see if you can let in a little bit more air still. And one more time, see if you can fill up the whole cavity of your chest fully. Slowly exhale with control so you do not lose the benefit of the practice, pranayama. Slow stream of out to the body. From the solar plexus, inhale up to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Once again, from the solar plexus up to the space between the eyebrows. Back down to the solar plexus. One more breath retention. Fill up your whole chest. Make it very large. Bring the chest right up, and then again, hold the breath, chin on the chest. Apply the throat and root lock, third eye attention. Now keep holding the breath, let in a little bit more air if you can. Find room. We're trying to increase the capacity of the lungs. Again, see if you can let in a little bit more air still. Keep your shoulders down, keep your face calm. And one more time, see if you can let in even a little bit more air if you can. Keep holding the breath. Slowly exhale. Soften. And now just keep your attention on what you're observing. Just be the witness. Observe the state of the body, the mind, and the emotions. Have no judgment as to what you observe. Have no concern. Now the body's a little bit more warmed up. Breath is warm in the body. Let's continue with the practice. So let's come to standing. Okay. So first, let's start with breathing for inner healing. Separate the feet about 10 inches and bring the arms in front of the body. The wrist the height of the shoulders. From the heart, inhale up to the crown. Draw the healing energy up there. Holding all of the crown, make it available to all beings everywhere. Exhale out through the arms. Send out all the impurities out with the breath. Imagine them just draining out of the body like water running out of the tap. Inhale again from the solar plexus, from the heart, up to the crown. Imagine pulling all the healing energy right up there for all beings to benefit. Then hold the breath there, make it available again to all beings. Imagine them tapping into that valuable source of energy. Exhale out through the arms again, send out even more of the impurities and the toxins out of the body. Anything you want to be rid of. Last time, inhale from the heart up to the crown. Breathe all the healing energy up there. Hold the breath and the attention there. All beings benefiting from that healing energy right here, right now. Exhale, send out all the impurities out, all remaining impurities out of the body. Out through the arms. And bring the arms down now. We'll continue with some exercise to prepare the body for the practice. So start to swing from one side to the other. The arms are like heavy ropes hitting the body. Whip them around the body. Good. And then start to move the shoulders faster. It feels like the arms are dead. Just allow the arms hit the body any which way. Head flying in all directions. And slow it down here. And then bring the hands on the hips. Circle the head, making large circles. Feeling as though the head was so heavy it can't even stay on the top of the neck. It just rolls from one side to the other, falling forward and back as well. And then switch the direction or rotation. The ears maybe touching the shoulders, the chin to the top of the chest, the back of the head to the top of the back. And then release. The right arm swings forward. Feel as though you're holding a weight of 5 pounds in your hand to allow your arm to swing more freely. And then go the other way. Make as though you're about to throw a ball, winding up. And then other way again. And then back. Now switch arms, left arm forward. Loosen up the shoulder. And then go backwards. And then forward again. Try to move all the joints to keep them in a state of radiant health. And back. And then from here, raise both arms up. Take hold of the opposite elbows and bend to your left. Come up, go to the right. Stretch the whole upper side of the body without creating wrinkles in the waist and the underside. Go to the left again. And then go to the right. Come back to the center. And then just trace little circles over above the head. Moving mostly just the shoulders, the head, and the neck. Keep the arms close to the ears. And then start to make the circles a little bit larger. The chest and the upper back come into the movement as well. And then find the whole torso circles. Trace large circles in front of the body. Use the momentum of the downswing to bring you through the circle smoothly. And then coming right back up. And then change the direction. Starting again, small circles over the head. Mostly just the neck, head, and shoulders. And then gradually getting larger. Adding in the chest and the upper back. And finally the whole torso circles. Like a big airplane propeller in front of the body. In front of the nose of the airplane. And then coming right back up. Release the arms. Shake out the wrists. Move the fingers very, very rapidly. Like you had no control over the hands. And then up and down. Good. Then bring your arms up to the side and just loosen up the hip joint. You can place your hand on a wall if you like, or a chair. Bend forward a little bit. Try to get your knee to the shoulder. And then the other leg. And then release. Okay, now bring the arms up over the head, just working the toes. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up towards the sky. Inhale, lift up off the heels. Exhale, drop down to the heels, lift the toes, and then push into the roots of your toes, lift up again. Exhale, come back onto your heels, and forward again. Feel the navel lengthening, coming back down, and up, and down. This time when you come up, stay up. Really press through the base of the toes, the toe pads, and push up through the palms like you're trying to push the ceiling right through the roof. And lower the heels. Release the arms. So let's come to the front of the mat. So we're going to do some long extended sun salutations, starting off with a slow foundation and building and just adding more as we go along. Can you still hear me okay? Okay, great. Okay, so now bring the hands to the heart. Close the eyes. Renounce all the fruits of the practice. Imagine this as your divine duty to all beings everywhere. And now imagine the light. Imagine standing underneath the sun with a light and a warmth streaming down on you. Imagine that light as the wisdom of God. Imagine the warmth as the love of God. Infuse yourself with that light and love, that wisdom and love, and project it to all beings everywhere. So let's move together as one, like a school of fish. Raise your arms up over the head, reach up and back. Fold forward. Bend your knees if you need to, bring your hands flat on the ground. Right foot back, lower the knee down, sink down to the seat, shoulders back. Come into high plank. Bring the knees down, the seat all the way back behind the heels. Now glide forward between the arms. Roll up smoothly, bring the head all the way back. And then come back with the seat behind heels again. Come again forward, smoothly between the arms. Raise the head. All the way back again, the seat behind heels. Glide forward, brush the nose to the ground as you come forward. Make with this snake creeping through the grass. Raise the head up, bring it all the way back. And then roll over your toes, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the seat, allow the heart to drop towards the ground, the head to fall below the arms. Now look to the hands, right foot forward, softly between the hands, sink down to the seat. Good. Feet come together, Uttanasana, bow to the legs, a gesture of humbleness. Come right up to standing, reach up and back, hips forward. Hands back to the heart. Raise your arms again, reach up, stretch the whole front of the body. Fold the body in half, Uttanasana, head down. Left foot back, lower down the knees, sink down to the seat. Into plank. Lower down the knees, the seat all the way back behind the heels. Once again, glide forward, tug at the floor of the arms. Pull back as you bring the body forward to propel yourself with more power and ease. All the way back again, 2 more times. Glide forward between the arms. Try to imagine your body moving with grace and fluidity, and this will translate into your movements all the way back. Just continue to be the witness, watching everything. All the body movements, all of my mental reactions, and all the emotional reactions as well. Into Adho Mukha Svanasana, lift the seat up and back. Now bring the left foot forward, sink down to the seat. Whatever you observe, be unconcerned, just be loving and compassionate and always, just like the Supreme Witness who watches everything. All of us, raise your arms up over the head, hands back to the heart. Pull the arms up over the head. Go down, bow down humbly. Right foot back, sink down to the seat. Into the plank. Don't worry about the breath, just move the body in a way that feels natural and comfortable. Ashtanga Namaskar, knees, chest, forehead down. Glide forward between the arms into Kubha Jangasana. Adho Mukha Svanasana, lift the seat up and back. Right foot forward, just move the body, the breath will follow and deliver fluidity and ease in movements. Uttanasana, feet together, head down. Come right up to stand, reach up and back, hips forward. Return home, hands to the heart. And again, raise your arms up. Go down. All the movements expressing divine love, devotion. Left foot back into lunge, into the high plank. Ashtanga Namaskar, knees, chest, forehead down. Glide between the arms. Imagine all beings experiencing this through your body. So practice moving as mindfulness, conscious. Left foot forward. That delivers the best experience possible. Uttanasana, feet together, chest on the thighs, head down. Come right up. Return home, hands to the heart. Again, raise your arms up, lose yourself in the sensations. Fold the body down, Uttanasana. Right foot back, lower the knee down, sink down to the seat. Raise your arms up, lift the seat. Exhale, sink the seat all the way down, circle the arms down, allow the head to fall back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, push again the seat towards front heel, allow the arms to drop down. Lean away from the leg, lengthen the spine. Inhale, reach up. Again, circle down. Open yourself up to divine grace. Into the plank, all the movements reflecting that surrender. Knees, chest, forehead down. Glide forward into the cobra. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the seat, drop the fall through the heart. Right foot forward, lower the knee down, sink down to the seat. Inhale again, rise up. Use your arms to pull the body further, bow the hips. Again, circle the arms down and rise up again. Feel as though your arms are the wings of a great butterfly. And again, circle down. One more time. Inhale, come up. Good. Circle down. Plant your hands. Left foot comes in to meet the right. Uttanasana. Fold the body in half. Come right up to standing. Reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Tap into the consciousness of the movements. Open yourself into divine grace. Hasta Uttanasana. Fold down. Bowing down humbly. Good. And from here, left foot back. Lower the knee down. Sink down to the seat. Raise your arms up over the head. Turn to the right now, making a gesture of open yourself to all perspectives, all experiences. Open up to your left again, right again. And one more time, inhale, reach up. And then turn to the right. Allow the arms to float down. Turning forward into plank. Ashtanga Namaskar, knees, chest, and forehead down. Glide through. Push the shoulders back. Long spine. Adho Mukha Savasana. Lift the seat up and back. Then the left foot steps forward between the hands. Softly land it very quietly. Slip down the seat. Inhale, come up. The arms of the seat. Turn to your left. Again, inhale, sweep the arms up. Curl the tail under. And again, turn to your left. Be receptive to all, everything. And up with the arms again. Open up to your left. Turn forward and bring the right foot in to meet the left. Uttanasana. Pull the body down onto the legs. The forehead coming to the shins. And then come right up to standing. Reach up and back. Hips forward. Hands back to the heart. Raise the arms. Go down. Fold the body in half. Gesture of humbleness. Bend your knees. Land your belly on your thighs. Join hands behind the back. Inhale, push the chest towards the knees. Exhale, Uttanasana, plunge the head right down towards the ground. Imagine that the head can touch the feet at any minute. And push the body into your legs. Your knees with your chest. Your armpits just a little bit below the knees. If you can straighten legs all the way, go ahead. If you need to keep your knees bent to keep your body attached to your thighs, all good. Just do what you can. And then release the hands down. So the right foot goes back, lower down the knee. Inhale, raise your arms up. Kapiyasana. Pull your arms way out as we try to pull them right out of the sockets. Sink down to the seat. Pull your arms back behind the ears. Good, beautiful crescent moon shape. Arch the back. Good. And then coming back up. Plant the hands now. Press into your hands. Raise the left leg all the way up and back. Ekapada Adho Mukha Savasana. Now from here, stay. See if you can bring your top of the head down to the ground, behind the hands. If you can't get your head down all the way, don't worry about it. Just do your best. Push into the ground. Now, option here to take your right hand back. Walk it back towards the right foot. And if you can take hold the inside of the heel, then you can step on your fingers with the heel, or you can bring your hand anywhere alongside the right leg, or maybe alongside the torso. Keep pushing forward with your left hand as you're trying to push the floor away. And then bring your right hand back beside your left. Lift your head and come forward into high plank. Keep your leg up, shoulders over the fingertips. Now glue the elbows to the sides of the body and lower down the chest softly between your hands. And then the left foot comes down. Slide right through into the cobra. Stay here for a moment. Just try to copy the form in every way possible. Shoulders down, telescope the neck out of the shoulders. Be wise and regal like the serpent. Imagine having that limitless range of motion. Roll over your toes, Adho Mukha Savasana. Stay here, pulse a little bit, try to bounce to the chest, try to get your chest closer to the ground. If you're more flexible, try to get your top of the head to the ground, maybe even more so, you can bring your nose or your chin to the ground. Soften the line of the back, form a steep curve from the back of the neck right up to your seat. Bring the belly towards the thighs, that's it. Try not to bend the arms, push the thighs back. Good, beautiful. Now from here, raise right leg up. Again, really push into the head as you try to push into the floor with your hands, so you're trying to push the floor away. And see if you can get your head down to the ground again. If you can get your head down, it makes it a little bit easier to maybe take your left hand back. So keep pressing through the right hand. So release weight from the left hand and see if you can slide your left hand back or walk your left hand back and see if you can take hold of the inside of the left heel. Or, again, somewhere along the leg. Practice your balance. Watch the body moving into the pose and see if your body will realize it. Then return. Bring the left hand back beside the right. Lift the head and bring your right leg all the way forward. Step the foot between the hands. Back knee down, sink down to the seat. Good. Raise your arms up over the head. Kapiyasana again. If you want, you can do the little wiggle of the shoulders. If you like, try to get the arms behind the ears. Pull the body by the hips. Kapiyasana. Imagine the index fingers going over the back toe. And then from here, break the pose. Bring your hands down on either side of the right foot and slide your left foot into meet it. Chest again, lands on the legs. Join the hands and Uttanasana. Push the legs straight back with your body. The forehead to the shins if your legs are straight. Pull the hands way beyond your head. Good. Flatten your body against the legs if you can. There you go. Good. Keep your knees bent if you need to. Nice. And then release. Bring your arms up over the head. Reach up and back. Return home, hands to the heart. Keep watching the body moving. Keep trying to imagine your shapeshifter shifting through the forms effortlessly. Bring your arms back. Hasta Uttanasana. And then fold down gracefully into Uttanasana. Now from here, separate your feet a little bit more than hip width. The feet about 2.5 to 3 inches from the edge of the mat. Bend your knees and then take your arms behind your legs. Hold your forearms and just sink your seat down. Your belly about just between your thighs. Your seat, same line as the knees. So keep pushing to the backs of the knees. And then from here, lift the seat. Slide the elbows down, arms a little bit further. Tuck your chin in. Stork pose. See if you can get your head between your legs. If you can cup your hands around the ears. More flexible, you can palm your way back and try to interlace your fingers behind your head so your hands are like a helmet for the head. Pull your head through, lift your seat, try to straighten your legs. Try to move your arms down lower than your knees so that you can straighten your legs better. And then from here, release the hands. Step the left foot back. Lower the knee down, sink down to the seat. Inhale, come up. Right hand to the right knee. Left hand slides back to the foot. So you're a little bit facing the left side. Curve the side body. Keep your seat very low. Kuntasana is next. If you can, bring the left foot up. Reach across the chest with the right hand so you can take hold of the foot and extend the left arm out, height of the shoulder. If you're more flexible, you can try to lift up your body a little bit so you can push your foot and tuck it underneath the rib basket. So you can do this version here if you like. That's it. Now from here, since if you already have the foot, just move it. Bring your left arm up, swan pose. Allow the foot to sit in the crook of the arm. The fingers are right by the ear. Raise the right arm up and drop your hand down. Maybe your hands find one another more easily. And then push the foot away from your shoulder. Think of a swan's neck. It doesn't have any sharp bends anywhere. So you try to soften the line. That's the idea. If you know other variations, you can see if you can reach across and take hold of the tops of the toes, and from here, allow your head to go back, and then just move into, bring your foot on your head. So you just slip your shoulder out from underneath. So this is another option. And then from here, bring the foot back down. Plant your hands, bend the toes under, and sweep the right leg all the way up and back again. Now this time, again, practicing your balance. Bend your knee, reach with your left hand up, try to take hold of the foot. Or if you're more flexible, you can try to take it with your right hand. So you take your foot, the outside of the foot, partridge pose. You try to get your elbow high on the shoulder and you bring the foot forward and plop it down on the head. So that's another variation you can do. Okay, so if not, just take it with your left hand, as I said, your left hand. Try to find a balance. Gaze steadily beyond your hand. Concentrate. Okay. That's the idea. Yeah, that's it. Pull the foot away. There you go, Boyan. There you go. Now push the foot away from your seat if you can. Good. Beautiful, Nicola. Beautiful, Dia. Nice. And then from here, release the foot. And then come down into your chest between your hands. Right through into your cobra. Downward facing dog. And now, of course, left leg comes up. Try it again. Really push the hands into the ground, left hand into the ground to keep yourself anchored. Grip with your fingertips. Bend the left knee and take your right hand around, trying to find the foot. Keep the foot close to your seat and then push the foot away. Or you can do it with your left hand as well if you have the mobility of the shoulder. Take the foot in your left hand. Try to get your left elbow up high so you can take the foot and bring the elbow forward. Give it a try. Just keep watching your body moving into the pose. Move slowly. There you go. Good. That's it, Marisol. Beautiful, Georgia. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, nice. Boya, nice. All right, release. And then from here, step your left foot just between the hands. Lower the knee down. And again, left hand to your left knee, right hand slides towards the back foot. Curve your side body. It's to get ready for Kuntasana. Then when you're ready, bring the right foot up. Reach across with your left hand across the chest. The foot has to be a little bit in front of the body a little bit. So you move your knee out in front a little bit so you can take your foot more easily. The right arm extends out. Okay, or you can do it freestyle without your holding onto your foot, tuck it underneath your rib basket. Bring your seat down very low so that you can stay balanced. That's the idea. Good. That's it. Then from here, just take your foot again and just place it in the crook of the right arm. The fingers close to ear, left arm comes up. And then bind your hands, swan pose. Push the foot away from your shoulder once you have it. Lengthen your arms. Good, and if you want to try to take your foot, you can bring your elbow in front of your Nose, pull the toes from above, and then drop your head back. Move the shoulder out from underneath and just place your foot on your head. Chain pose. Break the pose. Bring the hands down and then step the right foot in to meet the left again. Bend your knees. Open up your feet a little bit, toes open. This time, Titibhasana. Move the shoulders in behind the knees. Push against the backs of the knees. If you want, you can bring your hands to your seat and push your seat up. If you can take the full bind, go ahead. If it's too much, just do stork again. Okay, so you can just do this one again. Whatever your preference, move according to your abilities and your comfort level. That's it. Again, try to get your elbows. That's it, good. Beautiful. Merge with the form. And from here, release. Come all the way up. Hasta Uttanasana. Raise your arms over the head, arch back. Hands back to the heart. From here, another version of a back bend. Turn your feet out. You can bring them to the outer edge of the mat. More flexible, you can keep your feet closer together. But we're doing easy Chakasana. Push your hands into your seat, bend your knees and your hips forward over your toes. Your knees forward over your toes. And then you can keep your hands on the seat, or if you feel comfortable, slide your hands down one at a time, just below the knees, and roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards once you have your hands gripping just below the knees. More flexible, keep going down. Maybe you can get your hands all the way to your heels and step on your fingers. Push your hips forward and up. Roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards. Good. And then walk your way back up. Hands one at a time onto the seat. Lift up. And from here, hinge at the hips, come forward. Take hold of big toes with 2 peace fingers. Inhale, extend to the crown. Exhale, pull the body right between your legs, Bandha Gustasana. Try to get your body between your thighs, your head reaching towards the ground. Imagine the top head reaching, touching the ground at any given and any moment. And now, bring your hands back down from the feet, walk your feet back close together, and raise the right leg up, extended standing split. From here, slide your hands towards the feet, beside your feet. Left hand comes to the ankle. The index finger just behind the ankle here, just against the left side of the heel. If you have good balance, you can try to take the right hand to the inside of the ankle. Index finger again tracing along the just behind on the right side, inside the heel. Try to get to your nose to your shin. Maybe even. That's it. Raise your right leg up higher and higher. That's it. The hip has to be right over the heel so that you can stay balanced. That's it. Then from here, lower the right leg down. Virabhadrasana 1. Raise your arms up. Now embody the courage and the determination, and most of all the devotion of the warrior. See if this pose I'm yours to do your service. Open up into warrior 2. If you can, sink your seat a little bit so your knee is over the toes. Strong, long lines. And then take your hands behind the back. Pull on the hands, lift the chest, bring the head all the way back. From here, humble warrior. So you can push your seat up a little bit. Roll the flat right thigh out and try to get your head down beside your left foot. You have to move your body to the right a little bit. Inhale, come up part way. Bring your hands down on the ground. So from here, we're going to move the left shoulder in behind the knee. So push against the back, the knee with the left shoulder. Visvamitrasana. You can see here if it's too much. If you can, you lift your left foot up. Your foot's hanging over the arm, and then you see if you can straighten. You have to push the arm into the back of the knee. If you know the variation of taking the foot with your hands, binding the foot, you can do that one too. Okay, so give it a try. That's the idea. Sink your seat a little bit. There you go. That's it. Really press into the back of the knee. Good. All right. Okay, so now from here, just extend your left leg in front and then swing it all the way back into three-legged dog. Left leg is up. From here, you move the right hand in front of the nose, spin on your right foot, spin towards your left, Vasisthasana. So you can just bring your foot down, any expression you want. If you know other variations, go ahead. You can, from here, take your knee or take your foot, or go into Wild Thing. You can even go into Urdhva Dhanurasana if you like. You can drop the left foot down. Keep spinning on your hands. Make it to Urdhva Dhanurasana. If you can't make it all the way to Urdhva Dhanurasana, you can stay in Wild Thing. Okay, so that's it. And then return. Spin on our right heel, the palm back into downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep imagining your shapeshifter moving between the forms. And assume the new form with ease. Now the right leg comes up and back, Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana, and bring the right foot down between your hands. From here, lift the left arm up. Parivita Parsvakonasana. Go to your right. So you get your elbow down on the outside. If you need, you can always drop the left knee down first. Right hand pushes down to your left. Bring the belly up higher in the thigh and twist. Right shoulder goes all the way back. If you can keep your knee up the whole time, all good. If you can take the bind, go ahead and take the bind. You can lock your fingers together or hold the right wrist with your left hand. Pull the right shoulder all the way back. That's it. Turn your chest and face up. It eventually looks like you're lying on your back. Your shoulders at the same height. That's it, Sanya. Keep going. Beautiful. Yes. Beautiful, Nicola. Push out through the back heel. Try to keep the back leg straight. All right. You have the bind. Keep the bind and step your left foot beside the right. We're going to come up into standing twist. So you push off your left foot, hold the half breath in, and bring the right leg up. And then extend the leg. If it's too much, keep the bind. You can just come up, take your left hand to your outside of the right foot and the right arm up like this. So this is an option too. We're all going to end up here anyways. So if you want to take the bind first and then move into this, all perfect. Good. Now if you have the bind, release the bind and make your way into this position. Bend your knee. Take your left hand to the outside of the foot, right arm back. Stay steady, drop the right hip. The legs level with the ground. And then turn forward. Keep your legs suspended there, like it's lying on a table. Bring your hands to your chest and lean back like you're lying on a table on the back. One can take your arms up to the side. And then come back. Good. From here, open up your feet again. Hands on the seat, push into seat, pull down at the same time. The knees go over your toes. Easy Chakrasana again. Lock your hands down the backs of the legs. Push into the backs of the knees. Lift your lift your hips. Push them forward so you can straighten your legs a little bit more. And then walk your hands all the way back up onto your seat. Come back. Hands to the heart. Raise your arms up over the head. And from here, arch back. Come forward and down into Uttanasana. Good. From here, I'm going to raise the left leg up this time. Extend the standing split. Extend the head forward and then see if you can pull the body right to your leg. Keep your right hip up as high as much as you can. The hip is right over the heel and take the right hand to the ankle. Index finger just on the outside of the right heel. And then perhaps, if you can, the left hand comes to the ankle as well. You have to come a little bit more forward. Gazing over the toes, hugging the forearms to the leg. That's it, beautiful. Hip a little bit forward over the heel. That's it, concentrate. And then bring the left foot down. Virabhadrasana 1. Raise your arms up over the head, stretch up. Turn to the left, Virabhadrasana 2. As Dharmaji likes to do it, sink your seat down so your knees over the toes. So you're nice and low and steady. Long, strong lines. Humble warrior. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Pull the hands down, lift the chest, bring the head all the way back. And then dive forward. Lift the feet a little bit, roll the left thigh out. And then go to your left so you can get your head down beside your foot. Pull hands over the head. Express your humility. Surrender. The practice is an ideal balance of strength and drive and determination, but with softness and surrender as well. Now inhale, come up halfway, bring your hands back down to the ground, and move your right shoulder in behind the knee and push against the back of the knee with your right shoulder, your head on the outside of the foot. You can stay here if you like, or Visvamitrasana. See if you can bring your right foot up so the leg's sitting on the arm, and then keep pushing into the back of the knee, extend your leg. Your arm can come up over the head, or you can bind the foot before you straighten it out. To this variation here. That's the idea. And from here, break the pose, bring the left hand down, spin forward, and then swing the right leg all the way up and back, three-legged dog again. Moving into Vasisthasana. Left hand moves in front of the nose, spin towards the right, and you can do, again, whatever shape of Vasisthasana you want, with your feet stacked on one on top of the other, or taking your knee or your foot. You have to have a shape like Urdhva Dhanurasana, your hips nice and high, your left arm fully extended, make sure you don't drop into the shoulder. If you want to transition to Urdhva Dhanurasana, you can do that as well. More wild thing. Right foot alongside the left knee. If you keep spinning on your hand, if you have the shoulder mobility, do so. Move right into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Good. When you turn, spin back on your left hand into downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bury your mind deep in heart. Watch body move all by itself. And your left foot comes all the way up. Ekapada. And step the foot between your hands. Parivita Parsvakonasana. Right arm comes up and go to the outside of the leg. Take your prayer position or your bind if you like. Be present and engaged all throughout the practice. Imagine the witness is always watching, always observing. Make the practice a beautiful sight to observe. Pull the left shoulder all the way back. Then if you can, look forward, take a half breath in, push into your left foot so you can take the weight off your right foot and then step your right foot beside your left. Come up into a standing twist. So you're pushing down through the right foot, take a half breath in and pull the left leg up. And then extend the leg. And if it's too much, keep the bind again. You can just come up, take hold of the outer edge with your right hand, and your left arm extends back. That's the idea. Stay upright. Push through the base of the ball of the foot. And if you're still in the bind, take the extended version, the right hand to your left outer edge of the foot, left arm goes back. Look beyond your left hand. Turn your chest completely. And then turn forward again. Bring your hands in front of your chest. Keep your left leg extended and slowly lean back like you're lying on your back. Keep your hands to the chest or take them out to the side. And release the foot down. From here, raise your arms up over the head, arch back, and bring your hands back to the heart. Bring your arms up, reach up and back, fold down over the legs, just the thighs, head down. Stay here for a moment. Take any version of Uttanasana you like. You can take hold of the opposite elbows and pull the elbows down towards the heels. Glue the front of the body against the legs, back straight. Top of the head reaching towards the feet. Glue your body to your legs. Good. Now bring your hands down. Lift the right leg up, extended standing split. Full standing split, just continuation of what you've been doing. Lift head again, and then from here, pulse up and down, up off your left heel. So press up and down. If you want, you can push into your hands and see if you can float up off your left foot. So push into your ground, hold your breath, and see if you can lift the left foot entirely up off the ground. If you want, you can bring your left foot up to meet the right in handstand, if you have a handstand practice. Beautiful. Yeah. And into Chaturanga from here. So come down, beautiful boy in upward facing dog. Again, hinge at the hips. Imagine your dog howling at the moon. Pull your shoulders back. Then anchor down your legs. From here, separate your knees. Come onto your fingertips. King Cobra, Raja Bhujangasana. See if you bring your feet towards your head. You want to imagine you're squeezing socks behind your knees. And you try to get as much lift as possible, so almost the whole torso is up from the top of the thighs is up off the ground. That's it. Good. Beautiful, Sanya. Everybody. Awesome. That's it. Bring your hands a little bit closer, Nicola. Point your toes. Yeah. Good. And back down. From here, up into high plank and downward facing dog. All right, so from here, raise your right leg up. And then send the foot between your hands. Lizard. Walk your right foot out to the right. Lower the knee down, flatten out the toes. And then you can just see if you can fall to your left so you can get your left hip and your left forearm to come down. And roll to the right so you can get the right forearm down. Telescope the chest forward. And see if you can get your body right down. Feel as though you have the hand of God on the back of the heart, encouraging you to soften under the touch. Be like a lizard, still as possible. If you know other variations, you can go ahead. You can take the bind if you like. If you're flat on the ground, the right arm can go over the foot to the outside and underneath the knee. And then your hands join over your back. Release. From here, lift your seat back up, bring the toes up, Hanumanasana. So Ardha Hanumanasana first, the body is over the front leg, your chest on your thigh, your elbows maybe coming down towards the ground, shoulders beside the knee. And from here, if you feel comfortable, hinge your seat forward, come into full Hanumanasana. Okay. And you can take any variation you like here that reflects devotion and courage, all the qualities of Hanuman. Most of all, faith. Anything is possible with the observance of ethical rules and some concentration. Good. You can see if you take your foot, if you're very flexible, you can try to take your left foot up. Try to touch your head with the foot. So if you know that variation, go ahead. Good. Now from here, release. From here, so this is an option. Move your hands to the inside, press into your hands and lift your seat up and spin towards the long side of the mat. Everybody's doing it, great. Okay, so from here, you can do anything here. You can either do Prasarita Padottanasana, head down, or if you want, you can try to press up into handstand or headstand or forearm balance. Okay, so if you're doing forearm balance, you just drop your elbows down and see if you can press up. If you know handstand, you know what to do. And if you want to do tripod headstands, that's also an option. Go ahead. That's it. Beautiful, beautiful forearm balances. Nice data. That's a buoyant. That's it. Good. Nice. Nice. Good control. All right. Now come back down. Turn towards the front again. And from here, press into your fingertips And swing the left leg up. Extend the standing split. Full standing split. We're doing it all on the other side now. Okay, so lift the head and chest. Again, you can pulse up and down, up off that right heel. Just like that. Shoulders come over the fingertips. Or if you want, you can try to float up 3 times. Push into the ground, hold your breath, and see if you can raise your right foot up off the ground. Hover there. And if you want, you can see if you can bring your right foot up to meet the left handstand. And then back into chaturanga from here. That's the idea. Through into upward facing dog. And then from here, lower down a little bit. Take hold of your ankles. Low pose, Dhanurasana. So you can do the regular Dhanurasana if you know the full pose with your overhead. The overhead one you can. So you can press the foot down, bring left foot up first. Make sure the elbow's higher than the knee and then the shoulder, so you can move your elbow around without straining your shoulder, and then take your other foot. So if you know how to do this one, you can proceed to this one. Otherwise, do the regular one. Don't go to a place of pain or suffering or anxiety or distress, as that's not what you want to transmit. And then release. Back down on the ground. Push up into high plank. Downward facing dog. Raise the left leg up. Ekapada Adho Mukha Savasana. And then step the foot between the hands. Make your way into lizard. Walk your left foot out to your left a little bit. Drop down onto your right hip and your right forearm. And then roll to your left so you can get your left forearm down. Feel as though you're very heavy through the hips, where you have a big magnet attracting your hips to the ground. And then maybe the pelvis will want to follow, followed by the belly, and then the chest. Lie still like a lizard, sunning itself on a warm earth. And if you want to take the bind, you may. Go ahead. You find when that, and imagine where that being is at ease. Go to the same place and you may find ease as well. Then release. Come back onto your hands. Lift the seat, pull the seat back. Ardha Hanumanasana. Lift the toes and bring your forearms down towards the ground. Your belly resting on your thigh. Bring your attention to all those areas where you feel restriction, where you feel tightness. Send an intention of releasing. That's where the prana will go. And then if you want to move into Hanumanasana from here, hinge your seat forward, bend the toes under on the right foot, and slide your right foot forward. Once you're in the pose, try to keep your shoulders upright over your hips. That's it, good, beautiful. And then again, you can take your arms up or do other variations if you know them. Break the pose. From here, again, one more chance. Bring your hands to the inside of your left leg, slide your left foot back, and come to face alongside the mat, the toes facing along the edge of the mat. Again, any kind of inversion you like. including just having your head on the ground, Prasarita Padottanasana, it's all good too. So go ahead into your whatever you like to do. Handstand, form balance, headstand. Beautiful, Dia. Nice, Boyan. That's it. Hips right over your hands. That's it. Nice. Beautiful, Boyan. Beautiful. Awesome, everybody. All right. Gracefully exit the pose. Come down softly. Engage your core as your feet come close to the ground so your feet land exactly in the same place as they started. And then from here, turn to the front again, left foot in front. From here, press into your fingertips, raise the left leg up, right leg up, and then send the feet back together, Uttanasana. Pull the body down onto your legs. Again, any version of Uttanasana. Go ahead, you can press your hands against the backs of the legs, close to the heels, and draw your face to the shins. Or you can take your hands over your head, flatten your body against the legs. With your head down, making a gesture of surrendering again, humbleness. Come all the way up. Reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Good. Last sequence. Raise your arms up, go back. Those of you who are very flexy, if you feel like you can go right into Urdhva Dhanurasana from here. It's a complete option, okay? And if you can make your way back up, go ahead. Good. Nice. And then fold forward into Uttanasana. Now from here, plant the hands. You can see if you can come into crane pose from here, Bakasana. If you're more proficient with your handstand, you can come into handstand and try to land in Bakasana. So you come up into handstand first, and then you try to tuck and then bring your knees onto your arms. Okay, so that's another option. Go ahead. Give it a try. Now, wherever you are, if you're in Bakasana, bring your head down to the ground if you're comfortable, right into tripod headstand. Good. And once you're in headstand, you can change to any variation you like. You can stay there, you can come into lotus. You can bring your arms beside your head if you like, whatever you like to do. You can even try to come onto one hand, but stay still for a moment. Just leave the body by itself in steadiness. That's it, Sanya, nice. Stay there, keep the mind still. Now, option here to come onto your fingertips. Turn your fingers away from you so your palms are facing towards you, and see if you can come up all but one index finger on each hand. Just the very tip of the index finger. 99% of the weight on your head, so that you have no weight on your fingers, almost. You can come into straddle or tuck if it makes it easier. If your body's a little bit more compact, it might be easy. In compact, it makes it easier to hold the pose. Good. And then, once you're done with that, make your way down into child's pose. Stay there for a moment in child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Take your arms in front, glide forward between your arms, coming up into cobra. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now we're going to jump forward, landing our feet between your hands, coming into a squat. The fingers are loose, dangling down. Lift the heels. Push into reach your toes. Come all the way up. Stay off your heels if you can. Good. And then come back down slowly. Legs might be shaking. Stay with it if you can. Feel as though you're sliding your back down the wall. Press into reach your toes. Try not to come forward too much. Tuck the tail. Nice and slow. And once you're very close to the ground, tuck your chin in. Roll all the way back into plow pose. Now, join your hands behind your back. Place your hands on your mid-back. Come up into shoulder stand, Shalvingasana. And then if you have a lotus, again, take your lotus, make your mind more one-pointed in its focus. If you're right on the top of the shoulder, take your hands to your thighs. Concentrate on the space between the eyebrows. They say that when you have 100% of your concentration there, with 100% of your devotion to God, you'll experience divine bliss. Keep practicing that. Find path to God. Then you're going to move into Pindasana if you have a lotus. Otherwise, plow pose or Karna Pindasana. Again, keep your mind still. Move beyond the body, the mind, and the emotions. You're none of these. Now, some of you who know Dharmaji's, who go to Dharmaji's classes often and know how to roll, actually come into plow pose first, if you're in lotus, and then see if you can move your knees to the left side of your head, and see if you can roll your way up into camel pose. That's if you know it. If you don't, then you can stay in plow pose, and then come back down, and then roll back into plow pose, and try to go to the other side. So you have to come into out of your lotus first if you're doing that one, of course. That's it. Good, Sanya. That's it, Nicola. There you go. Good. Maybe do it twice on each side if you're doing that option. Good. There you go, Dia. That's it. Good. Good control, you guys. Not bumping into each other. That's good. All right. And once you've done twice on both sides, just come back to plow pose. That's the idea. Okay. Good. All right. Let's meet back in plow. Georgia, if you want to do the one where you're going from the forward one, you know, the downward facing dog, forms on the ground. You can do that one, okay? So once we're in plow pose, again, we're going to make our way down into fish. Actually, no. Let's do something else. Hands on the back. Come down in bridge pose first. So bring your hands onto your back. Keep one leg back behind your head and bring one foot down and then the other foot down. So you land your feet very quietly like feathers. No big crash landings on the ground of your feet on the ground. Once you're in bridge, couch pose. You separate your knees, you bring heels together. Keep your heels up and you just waddle forward on your shoulders and your elbows until you can take hold of your ankles easily. You sit on your heels, you push into your elbows and lift your back and your head up off the ground and then tilt forward so your knees come down. And then you can bring your head back down, top of the head down onto the ground. Keep holding onto your ankles or take hold of your opposite elbows in front of your head for couch pose. That's the idea. That's it. You have to move forward in your elbows and your knee, your shoulders until your elbows are almost right beside your heels, and then you can take your ankles. And once you have your ankles, lift your head up off the ground. There you go. The knees come down. Okay. Good. That's it. Okay. Now, if you feel comfortable, place your hands in front of your head. You can see if you can press your way up into Urdhva Dhanurasana. If that's not possible, just slide out of your pose first, come back down onto your back, and then take your fingertips beside your head, and then make your way to Urdhva Dhanurasana. Come onto your head and then lift your head up off the ground. So whichever one you feel comfortable to do, go ahead. Good. Now stay a little bit longer here and just try to either stay in this pose or you can try variations if you like. Anything you like to do, drop backs or jumping from one side to the other. Lots of different things. Okay. Beautiful, Georgia. That's it, Sanya. That's it, Dia. Good. Beautiful. That's it. There you go, Sanya. Good. All right. Now, make your way back down. Slowly. Lie on your back for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Imagine you're fainting. Let go of all fatigue. Again, inhale through the skin. Imagine you're bringing light and energy into all the pores of the skin. Exhale, send it all the way throughout the body. Feel recharged and rejuvenated. Now bring your knees up to your shoulders. Separate your knees and just keep your seat, your sacrum pressing down. Press down onto the shins with your hands. Good. And then let's each inhale. Lengthen your spine, push the tailbone, the base of the spine towards the front end of the mat, the far end of the mat in front of you. Exhale, just keep pressing your thighs on either side of the abdomen. Your knees come right to your shoulders, perhaps. And now reach down. Bring the soles of your feet together, interlace your fingers underneath the outer edges of the feet and press your knees away so it looks like you're doing Baddha Konasana, but you're on your back. Push the heels towards the roots, your knees away from you. And now we're going to open up the legs. If you have the reach, the flexibility, you can take hold of the insides of the heels, the hands on top of the heels, pulling them from the inside, and so you can push your toes down to the ground on either side of the shoulders. The seat is down. If it's too much, you bring your hands a little bit closer in, like on your thighs, on the backs of your thighs, or in the backs of your calves. So whichever one is appropriate for you. Then bring your legs back up. Happy baby pose. Take hold of the edges of the feet and push the knees down on either side of the body. You can rock from side to side, or you can push one knee down at a time. Savor each sensation, every movement, even the more relaxing, the relaxing poses are think of them as an offering. So from here, if you can move your shoulders or your backs of your arms onto the backs of the legs and hold them down with the backs of the arms. If you're very flexible, you can try to make your way into Yoga Nidrasana. So you bring your thumbs and your index fingers on either side of the heel, pull your feet back, roll up your seat, and then cross your ankles. Pull the legs far back. Bring your head and your back up off your mat, and see if you can bring your head through in front of your feet. Break the pose. Again, legs extend, arms extend. Breathe in. Breathe out. Make your way up to seated position. Reach over the head and come up. Good, so let's just try Purvottanasana first. Or bench pose. Slide your feet in towards you, fingers facing back. And then here, throw your hips up. Make sure your toes are down. So if you need to, bring your feet in a little bit closer so your toes aren't up. Your shoulders higher than your chest higher than the shoulders, head back. Bust, take a breath. Lower the seat down. Cross your ankles. From here, come down into your tabletop. Lower the forearms down. Good. Now from here, raise your right leg up, baby tiger. Push the foot up and away. And then bring the leg back down, other leg. So you're lengthening the lower back, pushing your chest forward, raising the left leg up nice and high and straight. And from here, come back down. Drop the hips, Sphinx pose. Push the chest forward, elbows move underneath the shoulders. Push the chest forward. Bring the head back. Chin up. Then lift your elbows up off the ground. So gradually building to your cobra pose. If you feel comfortable, you can start to walk your hands closer in, walk your feet together, come up into the full cobra. And lower down. Forehead on the hands, breathe in. Breathe out. One last back bend of your choice. Anything you want. You can do a cobra, you can do a shalabhasana, you can do forearm balance, dhanurasana. Go ahead. Word for dhanurasana again. Make it an offering. Anything you like, go ahead. Dancer, natarajasana. If you do one that's on one side, then of course do both sides. Make it a divine offering. Become what you're representing. See how God's grace and magnificence manifests in every being. Revere all beings. Good. All right. Break the pose now. Finally twist. Come down onto your seat. Adho Matsyendrasana. With the left leg either extended or folded under, and the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Make sure you're not sitting on your foot. Both sides of seat grounded. Left hand behind the left hand up, and then bring it to the outside of the right thigh. The right hand either down the center of the back or take a bind if you like, whatever suits you. Twist from the base of the hips all the way up through the spine. Feels you can see right through your skin at the spiraling action. And as you watch the spine turning about itself, turn the body at the same time. Eventually the chin comes over the shoulder, the back shoulder. Come back to face forward. Try it on the other side now. Right arm up. Go to the outside of the left leg. Push the lower back up and in. Rise up tall. As you twist, make sure you don't drop back into your hips. Keep your torso nice and straight. Neck long, spine long. Slowly break the pose. Lie down on the back. So make sure you're comfortable. Get whatever blankets or props you need to ensure your comfort. Deep relaxation to promote healing. Now, repeat to yourself the following sentence 3 times. I will remain awake during the practice, during the instructions. This is an active form of meditation, so be sure to remain present and try not to move. When you move, you bring back the body consciousness and want to try to lose body consciousness. So now, let's begin. Bring your attention to the right hand, the right thumb of the right hand specifically. Suggest to it to relax, to go limp. Second finger, third, fourth, and fifth fingers all become limp, lifeless, just hanging off the hand. Back of the hand, relaxed. The palm as well, soft, no feeling of tension or tightness anywhere. The wrist is completely loose. Lower right arm feels as though all the muscles were dissolved, and without any strength left in the muscle, the arm becomes dead-like. Everything feels heavy, sinking down. Elbow joint inactive, no sensation. Upper arm, same type of dead feeling in the arm. Lifeless, the muscle just completely soft, just hanging off the bone. Right shoulder, all the bones in the shoulder joint, heavy as lead, anchoring that right arm down. Feeling very heavy through the shoulder and the whole arm, dead-like. And now starting at the top of the right side of the back, feel everything, the whole right side of the back sinking into the mat, getting so heavy. Very much like when you inject lead into the water and it starts to color the water gradually. Feel the heaviness just course its way down through the shoulder blade, down the right side of the back, everything just sinking, heavier and heavier. And in the lower back area where there is a natural rise in the body, even that sinks and melts into the ground. All the weight on it just flattens out and just sinks. The right side of the seat, heavy, so heavy, like an anchor sinking to the bottom of the lake. Anchors the whole body down. And moving beyond the seat now, the hips, the whole right side of the pelvis, heavy as though it were made of lead. And that starts to seep its way into the thigh as well. The right thigh. So heavy. All the muscles just become as heavy as lead. knee joint. No tension, no sensation. It just creates an open passage, an open gate for that heaviness to flow down into the lower leg. The lower leg becomes heavy as well, sinking down. Moving down into the ankle joint, feeling the ankle joint, feeling it's like a stone, unable to move it. The foot that hangs off of it is lifeless, heavy, all the muscles relaxed. No hardness or tension in any part of the foot, the top or the bottom of the foot. Everything is soft. And the toes, big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth toes, dead-like. The whole foot falls out to the right. Remain alert and awake. And now, repeating on the left side, the right side, leave it alone in stillness. Now bring your attention to your left thumb. Identify with it. Tell it to relax. Go limp. Feel it go limp. And then the second, third, fourth, and fifth fingers also follow. They become heavy and listless as well, just hanging off the hand lifelessly. The back of the hand, the palm of the hand, relaxed. The wrist completely loose, no tension whatsoever. It's dead, like the lower left arm. All the muscles in it relaxed, feeling like jello. No strength left in them. The arm just hangs there lifelessly. And then the elbow joints loose, inactive. No feeling, no sensation coming from it. Just allows that signal of heaviness to just travel up to the upper part of the arm, where all the muscles are also released. No strength left in them. All the muscles just becoming like soft masses of tissue just hanging off the bones heavily. All the way up the arm to the shoulder. The shoulder joint heavy as well, as if all the bones within it are made of lead. Just allowing the arm to stay anchored in place there. Now starting at the top of the left side, the back, start to move your way down the back. From the center of the back, the spine, to the outer left edge of the body. Feel the back starting to sink. Feel the heaviness just coursing its way down through the whole shoulder blade region, the whole upper back, mid-back. And then moving down the sides of the body and down into the lower back. Feel that part of the back getting heavy as well, so all the natural rises in the body just flatten out, sink into the ground as well. And eventually make its way into the seat, which is heavy as well. So heavy. The hips have no possibility of moving. The leg whole upper trunk of the body anchored in place just by the seat, the hips, the pelvis, as though it was all made of lead or concrete. And then feeling that moving down past the seat and into the left thigh. The whole thigh becoming extremely heavy. And feeling that heaviness continue to travel its way down through the knee joint, which is like an open gate. No other purpose except to allow the heaviness to pass through into the lower leg. The lower leg now feels very heavy as well. The whole leg sinking down into the ground. The ankle joint. And the foot that touches the ankle is completely loose and dead-like. The heel just like a stone on the ground. Just resting there heavily. The top of the foot, the bottom of the foot, soft. No tension at all. No hardness, no tightness. The toes, all one by one, relaxing, going limp. Big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth. The whole foot just hanging out lifelessly, and the arms and the legs completely anchored down, no possibility of moving any of them. The trunk now, also the back, being pulled down and heavy on the earth. Everything inside as well, all the organs within, pulled down as well, so they were anchored down. As if they're full of fluid, they became sluggish, not able to even function. They slow down to the point of almost stopping. The lungs still, the heart, liver, kidneys, stomach, intestines, everything. Quiet. Not even the blood circulating remains stagnant in the veins, nor the nerves circulating up and down or going up and down the spine. It's as though the body from the neck down was a corpse. The neck relaxed, no tension anywhere along, on any side of the neck. The head heavy, pressing in hollow into the ground where it sits. And all the features of the face, the forehead, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the mouth. No sign of anxiety whatsoever, no signs of strain or tension. Everything softly resting. The jaw is completely relaxed, the eyes are relaxed, the brow. And last of all, the brain becomes quiet, not having to deal with the body anymore. The body is more or less dead, lifeless. So the brain now has an opportunity to quiet down as well. All the mind activity, all the thoughts racing around, feel them starting to just feel as though they were a dream, just fading away, just watching everything as always, like you're the witness. So there were someone else's thoughts. You just observe them without any judgment, without any concern as to what is coming in and out of the mind, at what speed. Stay in a mindset of the witness, undisturbed, unaffected, unjudging. And through the practice, you eventually come into that steady state of calmness, tranquility. You come to the realization of your true nature, which is beyond the body, the mind, and the emotions. And anything you're passing through, you realize is just to bring you more knowledge, just to give you more of an ability to break all the patterns that cause pain and suffering, to not attach to the physical, emotional, mental aspects that bring you into that state of suffering, of restlessness, of desire, of attachment, all of which cause you to go into a place of suffering. Everything that happens that you pass through is experienced by everyone ultimately. And it's all part of the divine plan to bring you to the state of self-realization. And the highest form of selfless service that you can do is to impart that same knowledge to others so they can find a way to self-realization, can break those patterns that cause them to end up in a place of pain. So now repeat the following sentence to yourself 3 times to firmly ingrain that intention in your mind and heart. I aim to spread the knowledge to help others, relieve them of their suffering. Start to bring your attention back to the body. Become aware again of your physical form, this beautiful, amazing vehicle you've been given to exercise your mission. So now start to prepare to come back from Shavasana. Start to become aware of the body again, the fingers, the toes, the arms, legs, the organs, all the systems that animate the body. Make your way back to seated position. Remain supreme and keep your attention fixed always on God, the infinite grace and wisdom and love That is your true nature that is always within you. This is closed with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Instill the peace within. Send it to all beings everywhere. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Namaste.